Are we live? Hey.
Did you eat?
Hey.
I'm gonna ask you again.
Hey.
Did you eat a treat from right here?
Hey. What's up, boys? Today we're back with another video. Today we'll be reacting to some Virtua Fighter gameplay. Hey, hold on. I'm saying all of this and you can't even see the screen. God damn. We'll be reacting to some Virtua Fighter interview, pushing reality and innovation. This is gonna be a good ass presentation, bro. I mean, the graphics look phenomenal already. Look at this guy's back. Goodness gracious. All right, let's get into it, man.
The concept gameplay that we've seen for the new Virtua Fighter Project has been very fluid, with like guards going for each individual attack. You know, the arms moving to block each individual attack.
Bro.
How?
Just the idea of such a grounded fighting game, like no abilities, no none of that, no magic, no spells, no sorcery, no powers, just straight hands, bro. This is beautiful. I won't lie. I feel like if they do it right, based off of how I'm thinking about it, this could be a groundbreaking game. The fact that it's graphically updated too. Oof.
Close to this do you expect the final game to look?
そうですね、まあ7割ぐらいは
We really feel that we are 70% there in terms of how it looks. Yes, we are 70% there. And tomorrow there will be an announcement made at EVO. So he really feels that he will be able to showcase what the current situation is. From a vision perspective, he really has a very strong vision, and he really feels that we are getting very close to that vision.
So fighting games are in a very different place than they were with when Virtua Fighter 5 was released. What are some of the ways that you're ensuring that the new Virtua Fighter project will kind of modernize the series?
もともとそのバーチャファイターって
Yes, so Virtua Fighter originally was a very simple game. It only had 3 buttons, and everyone could play basically.
To think gaming started here, bro. Wow. We came a long way, bro. Thing is, back in the day, I'm sure this was crazy. This was lit. Graphics like this? Damn, bro. We're truly blessed. We're blessed, bro.
Touch and play it, but as the series goes on or went on, it became very complicated, and in terms of that, and in terms of the progression, he feels that Virtua Fighter 5 is like the complete edition, like it's the complete version. In terms of new Virtua Fighter, he really feels that we need to keep even more progressing, not just gameplay but function as well. He really feels that he really needs to look towards how do we progress this game, how do we improve this game in terms of function, ability, gameplay, and how do we make it more modernized. Otherwise, he really feels that he won't be able to sell. It won't sell. So those are like the places that he's really looking into gameplay, not only gameplay but functionality as well. We need to modernize those parts. And I mentioned function, but not just like functionality, but like gameplay in total.
Cinematics are crazy, huh?
He really feels that the modernization is very vital in order to sell.
In a previous video, you said that the 2 words that come to mind when asked what is Virtua Fighter were innovation and reality. Can you explain a little bit more about what that means and how those words have kind of guided you through production on this new game?
そうですね、まあちょっと
Okay, so in terms of innovation, he really won't be able to specify in details, but it used to be graphics, at the very beginning, and then computer graphics like CG was has been improving, and but it's CG. It's really up there right now. It's really difficult to improve the current CG, like innovation in terms of innovation. CG is already like innovated. It's really up there. So in terms of innovation, he really feels that bringing up more ideas
Wow.
is very important when it comes to that term. And then reality, he feels reality is a very difficult word, but Virtua Fighter, it's not a very like UFC battle. It's more of like a kung fu movie battle. It's like more of that type. And he felt
So they're going for like a kung fu cinematic type of fighting system. Very clean. I can definitely see it with the impacts, the choreography, the actual movements, evasions. This is looking very nice so far. Wow.
that when he did play Virtua Fighter at the very beginning, he felt like the reality of like being hit when you're being hit by an opponent, you felt that like hurt in your arms or your legs, your body. So that sensation, he really felt that. So with the new project, not just the battles, but reality. He wants that reality to be felt within the players, not only the battles, but the other places as well. Which he
Crossplay
feels
as
is very
well? Oh, wait, no,
important
that's
when
the
it
old
comes
one.
to reality.
So with this new Virtua Fighter project, do you envision this as a new beginning for the franchise, and not just for the franchise, but for the characters? Like Akira obviously looks a lot different than what we're used to. He's not in his traditional gi. His hair is not
Yeah, he's
styled
wearing
up.
a
He's wearing a
town.
hat. Are these the
Town
same
attire.
characters from the previous games, or is this kind of just a new reboot of Virtua Fighter?
まあキャラクター自体はやっぱ一新され
Yep. So in terms of characters, he really feels that new characters are necessary. And as you said, Akira looks different. So in this one, Akira is a little bit older than the previous series. So in terms of that, he feels a new generation characters is needed. Saying that the character designs in the previous VF is not very good is not, that's not true. He doesn't want to say that the VF characters previously, the character designs were a little bit like weak, not good. That's not he's not trying to say that, and he feels that they were stylish, but when we do need to evolve these characters, we need to make the character designs to look better, to look cool. Not saying that they were bad a bit before, but he just needs to make them more cooler. So that's why when he do think about new characters, he said reality is one of the statements that he's really focusing on. That too, when he creates new character designs, he has to bring this like reality to it, and to make it a very a good looking character. So yes, using the same characters but evolving it from the past, putting more elements to it, putting more design characters to it, making it more real is his stance.
Speaking of characters, in a previous Virtua
Yo, how real do you think the combat could get? Like, don't get me wrong, realistic combat is good, but you don't want to make it too realistic to the point where it feels semi-stiff and blocky, you know what I mean? Like, give us that realistic touch, but at the same time, it wouldn't be bad to give us a bit of the modern day video game fighting style feeling. Just that we want fluidity, bro. We don't want to be fighting there like pressing square, circle. You know what I'm saying? Like blocking. I want to be able to like when I get in the flow state, I need to be beating ass or like blocking hella shots on me.
Fighter Direct, you revealed Stella, a character that bears a striking resemblance to Sarah Bryant. Is there anything you can tell us about this character? And on the screen, the text says that she's the bridge between worlds. Can you elaborate a little bit about what that means?
Bridge of
これはできますまあ楽しみに待っててください
So you touched upon this earlier. Virtua Fighter traditionally is a 3-button game: punch, kick, and guard. But
Okay.
it derives a lot of depth from that very simple control scheme. Do you feel like the 3-button control style for Virtua Fighter is like core to the series, or is that an area where you see an opportunity to evolve the franchise by either adding another button or just changing the way the typical Virtua Fighter core gameplay works?
まあ、これなんか
Yeah, so originally when Yu Suzuki created the Virtua Fighter, he did a lot of testing. He actually tested with more than 3 buttons, like a lot of buttons. But conclusion, they came to the 3 button. Conclusion. At the time, it was more of a gaming center, focused game. So that was the best at the time. And the concept was they wanted to create a game that was not too complicated, that anyone could enjoy. So from that concept, Yamada-san also feels that, yes, he needs to respect that concept. He wants to create a game where anyone can play. But currently, or moving forward, it's not just a game-centering game. It's more of a household game. So when you think about how could people enjoy playing this game in their living room or in their house, that's when it kind of changes a bit. So yes, the concept does stay the same. He's not really focused on, we need to keep it to 3 game. The more important thing is he wants to create a game where anyone can play, and in their household when it comes to the new style.
Look at that, man. So hold on, hopefully it stays that traditional 3 button layout, but I know there's gonna be hella depth in those 3 buttons and the directional movements you actually take within those inputs. This game is harder than it looks and harder than it sounds. I've played the other Virtua Fighter. This game is fire, but wow. If you're a good player, bro, you can't fake being a good player here. You just can't.
In their household when it comes to the new style.
Do you feel like Akira is still the kind of face of this series, or is it a new generation? Is there going to be a new person that's going to kind of take that mantle of being the face of the franchise?
そうですね。
So when it comes to protagonist, he really feels that users still will buy the game because of the protagonist. For example, for Street Fighter, it's Luke. There's probably a reason why it's still Luke. For Ryuga Gotoku RGG, it used to be Kiryu, but it's kind of like changing, or they did bring a new protagonist, Kasuga. But originally RGG fans love Kiryu, so I think there were challenges in bringing a new protagonist, a new character, Kasuga, into the series. So Yamada-san, he ideally would like to bring out more characters, but he really feels that users really like Akira. The history has proven or is proving that there is a lot of love for Akira. So yes, he would like to bring out new characters, but he really feels that the protagonist, because Akira has been a strong face, the users will still look forward to or see, or would like to buy the game because it's Akira. So he feels that changing characters or bringing new characters is not a very easy thing to do.
I mean, what do you think about that, chat? Chat, my god, you two, what do you think about that? Do you think it's more so based on the main character that you're buying the fighting game, or you're buying the fighting game purely for the experience of throwing hands, man, and enjoying the actual systematic fighting? For me personally, I gotta be really interested in the actual lore for me to even think about buying the game for the character, For instance, Dragon Ball Z fighting games, or Tekken, or Guilty Gear, or even games like, the Demon Slayer game, Naruto game. Obviously, you're not just buying Stormfall for Naruto, you're buying it for the whole cast. Essentially, everyone's that dope. But Virtua Fighter, I'm not really all the way in with the main character, the characters in general. So for most players, I feel like it's gonna be purely for the experience and actually trying to get good at the new systematic fighting. I don't know about the main character thing though, for this one all the way, but there are some very die-hard fans for this game, some good fans for this game. Oh, that's a bar.
10年早いんだよ。
WIGN. WIGN. Thank you. Alright. Good video, man. Hey, if you're messing with Virtua Fighter, comment that down below. If you're liking it so far, let me know. Say I will be there in the comments. If you feel a certain way about it, let me know. Just tell me. Comment down, man. But hey, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoy the content, please like, share. If you want to subscribe, don't forget to drink your water. And most importantly, love yourself. You should love yourself now. Love yourself, man. See y'all in the next one.